Alright, I'm going to give you guys a quick demonstration of what not to do if you're planning to take apart your window regulators. Obviously the motor comes off of these two bolts here. Don't lose this rubber piece here. It's very important and doesn't work without it. Now there's 3 bolts, 2 here and 1 up here. They're 3/8. You might be thinking, how do I get to that bolt? Well, I'm going to show you in a second. You roll this with your fingers and you'll see that thing moving. Now here's the dangerous part, and what I want to show you guys. This spring right here may not look like much, but it will literally chop your finger off. Not even kidding, it's pretty dangerous. So there's a couple ways to do this. You're supposed to do it in a vise and be safe, but I've done this before. You know, when I was first starting out, I'd sit here and spin this, and if you keep spinning it, it comes off of that gear and there's nothing to hold it anymore, and it jumps like crazy. And if your fingers are anywhere near any of this stuff, like if your fingers right here, shouldn't even do it, makes me nervous even doing it, but if your fingers right there, when that springs around, it can be pretty dangerous getting caught between here and there. So I used to always just do it this way because I knew what I was expecting, so I would just loosen all the bolts, and when you get that 3rd bolt out, it's going to jump like crazy. They jump 3 feet in the air sometimes. This on a table probably won't. You can spin it with your hand until that comes loose, and it'll spring around like crazy too. The right way, clamp both pieces together on a vise, but I don't know, I do it this way. I usually go out in the yard or on the driveway and just kind of step back from it and let it loose. No, it's not going to do it. Now that might not seem like much, but like I said, if your finger's in the wrong place when you're doing that, especially in the door panel, you know, a lot of people are trying to take their motor out while the car's in the door panel. A trick that a lot of guys do, myself included. Well, I used to, not so much anymore, but you can drill through the door panel itself, especially on 66 and 67s. This is from a 64, by the way. You can drill through the door panel to get to these screws, so if you wanted to replace your motor without replacing everything else. But there have been times, I mean, I've done this, so that's why I'm warning you guys, where I was taking a regulator out and I was trying to get the thing out, and you know, the motor was kind of in the way where I couldn't get it through the hole in the door, so I took the motor out as well. The whole thing did that inside the door, which is even more dangerous. So just wanted to let you guys know, the spring is nothing to mess around with. Be very careful with it. This one actually is a little worn. It's not as strong as it seems like the 66 and 67 are a little stronger. But just wanted to give you guys that quick video so you don't cut your fingers off. Hope it helps somebody.